Okay, here I am on the other side again. Need a little bit of cleanup back here. Started a bunch of plants over, and those were the mother plants. I just let them die. No excuse for it, just let them go. Here is on the top shelf, the back side. Things that you couldn't see. This is a yet to bloom Cardinalis times Parisiana. Here is a Cardinalis times Parisiana hybrid currently blooming. I have crossed that, and I selfed it, and I do have, you probably can't see, but I do got 2 seed pods going on here. Generally, with a lot of the gesneriids, if your seed pod ends up with a upward curl, I don't know if that's a good sign that the cross is taken. This is my Parisiana. It's all bloomed out. Bunch of seed pods. Hummingbirds were happy. I do have one here that I've done a cross with. I'd have to check my records to see what this one is. I've got marked with some thread. Here's another Parisiana, Cardinalis times Parisiana. This one's favoring the Parisiana. It's got an in cluster of flowers, but the bud seems a little bit lighter in color, so I'm hoping maybe the marks will show a little bit better. So everything else on the shelf you've seen. This is one of my favorite plants. This is a cross of an unnamed Seedling with an Cardinalis mexicana. It's a brand new hybrid genus. I'm calling it Acamania, even though the Seedling was the seed parent. Normally they go first. I just don't like the sound of Seedlings at all. Down below here, there's one of my intergenerics, highest pumpkin. It's a cross of Smithiantha sassy redhead times Cardinalis mexicana. There's Cardinalis misera, hasn't bloomed yet. Here's a blue Sinningia. It's plain old Sinningia, nothing special there. Just got it labeled as to color and tuber, so next year I know what it is and I know where to put it. Gloxinia arenoides finally coming up from a tuber. Diastemas are coming up here. You can't see them. They're just now starting to poke through. Here's another example of Sinningia Yma, something, who knows. Here's a Sinningia tuber that hasn't bloomed yet, so I don't know what it's going to be. Just one of my unlabeled ones. Most of the unlabeled ones I have are just seedlings that weren't important enough to keep track of, but I decided now I need to. Here's 2 streps from my Strep Dale's Polar Midnight times Isabella. This is more red than, it's a wine reddish color. Can't tell what's going to look like on this video or not. I moved it from the deep shade. It's getting a little bit more sun, so I think it's going to start showing more variegation. One next to it is already starting to show more from the base. This plant looks like it's going to at least have 2 to 3 flowers per stalk. The first 2 that came out only had 1, but there are more coming. Yeah, that's my lone survivor of my highest lowness. It's sassy redhead times Mexicana. I really like the wine red color flower on that. Some odds and ends here. Tucked in this, I was about to lose my Sinningia conspicuous time insularis, and fortunately the cuttings took. The tubers died back and is showing no signs of resprouting. Okay, that's the inside. Oh, this is only 5 minutes. I can go a little bit more. Here's a bunch of, I can barely see this. Bunch of Sinningias. All but one is my Romengii times aggregata. There's a yellow aggregata in there. Because I didn't realize I had this many, but I love the effect on this. Flowers from the ground all the way up. Kind of cool. Then here, took some 4-inch fence slats. Just made like a big long window box. Filled it up with potting soil, and I've been use this to grow out seedlings. These here are all, just about all of them are Cardinalis crosses. Not, I believe this was with I-A-R-I-I. Here's my little Darth Vader finally coming along. I'm going to have to take a leaf cutting of this here soon because it's the only one I got, and this one I thought I was going to lose it. Some more Cardinalis crosses. And there's another yellow aggregator just tucked in there for good measure. Last winter I did grow some seed that I didn't have labeled, so I just labeled them mystery and grew them out, and here it turns out they're all Sinningias speciosus. Occasionally you get one that dies or doesn't do well, but you know, it didn't cost me anything. This blossom's fading, but it's a nice little blue, light blue slipper. It's kind of pretty. Down here, a couple odds and ends, a couple calarias. I like growing them outdoors. They stay much more compact. These suffered some severe sunburn and had to start over from the rhizomes. But that's all right. I mean, not growing for show here anyways. Here's another example of my Acamania, never say never. I shown on the other side there. Just growing it under a different condition to see how well it does. This one got its name because I was told emphatically that you could not cross Sinningias with Achaemenes, and I tried a number of times with different Achaemenes parents, and Mexicana was the first one that gave me something that actually grew and bloomed, and it's a pretty awesome plant. I just love it. But never say never is the name. So there you go. Sinningia sylvatica hasn't bloomed yet. A little bit chlorotic, but if it doesn't bloom, I can live with that. Last year my rhizomatous plants did not perform well. I'll just be happy to get rhizomes this year. Next to it here is a pot of my Ohio's Blue Bullets. It's a cross of Smithiantha Sassy Redhead times what I call Achaemenes skinneri, not N-O-T, capitalized and underlined, because the seed fund had it, that I ordered it from, was skinneri, and I posted a picture of it, and I was told emphatically that it was not skinneri, so I just call it skinneri not. Helps me to keep track of what it is. Not being malicious, it's just how I keep track of it. Okay, and then up here are my Streptocarpus. This is my, needs to be started over, but it's my Ohio's Blue Sky. It's a cross of Saxorum with, oh, it's not nobilis. I'll have to put it in text when I get it in the house. This is Streptocarpus saxorum. That was the pollen parent to the one we just looked at. This is the Streptocarpus you can find in the nurseries all over the place. Good Hope, I think, is what it's called. There's a Nemathanthus on its last legs. And a spider plant. And you've got this. This has Salobia signet. Always one of my favorites. Just a plain old Escananthus lipstick plant. I'm not sure the actual species, but turn this sideways here, you can see it's got a very long seed pod. First time I've ever crossed one of those, and I'm surprised it took. Okay, so that's one half. I'll start up here in a second on the other half.